The official podcast number 338 is proud to present this episode with Sleepy Jackson.
Hi guys. Oh, so sleepy. So sleepy.
That's your catchphrase. That's your nickname, your catchphrase. It's been established on the show for years now.
Yep, Sleepy Jackson. It sounds like a fucking character from Rick and Morty.
It literally is a character from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
No, it is.
You guys,
like Sleepy Gary.
Yeah, Sleepy Gary. Yeah.
You guys know when you just woken up and your eyes are all glassy and like everything's fuzzy. That's what it's like at the moment for Sleepy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
That's how you
prepare
prepare
hang on
for
to
it.
this feeling forever.
Wake us up.
Wake us up with what? You want me to wake you up?
A topic. Yes.
You wake me up.
Let's get the episode going.
No. You wake me up. I don't have any coffee or anything. Give me something.
No, why do I have to wake you up? Why do we still record when it's like 2 a.m. for you, when like 3 of us are in America now?
Well, it's going to be 2 a.m.
Schedule this shit.
It's going to be 2 a.m. for someone.
Well, no, Kaya's in America now, so it won't.
Yeah.
It's literally just you.
Yeah.
Well, then why are we doing this? I didn't choose this.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep telling you, I feel really bad for you. It's not normal to wake up at 2 a.m.
It's fine. I love this feeling. It's usually fine. It's just today was
See, he's a masochist.
a bad day. Today was a bad day in terms of the sleep aligning.
Well, I guess you do have a broken foot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's taking a toll on your sleep or something. Maybe it's the Zelda.
I don't know what. No,
Jackson
actually,
and I have been Zeldaing a lot, messaging back and forth.
That's so cute.
I know. It's so nice to share something with Kaya like that. Oh man, Sleepy Jackson is becoming Wholesome Jackson now. I've got a big old smile on my face.
It is pretty weird to finally have a game that I actually enjoy so much that I feel like sharing stuff that I come across.
Yeah, you sent me so many pictures and stuff from the game, mostly just insulting the Gorons, which is fair enough. But it's very fun.
No, well, I was
waking up and
laughing at
seeing
them.
new
It's
messages.
hilarious. I don't even know if I should spoil.
No, don't.
I guess I can spoil this minorly.
No,
but
don't spoil it.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But I've also been hating on the Zoras a lot. I don't know why. The Zoras really piss me off. They haven't even done anything, and I can't really express why I'm so mad at them. I just don't feel like doing their quest at all. They gross me out.
What's wrong
Because
with
I
the
imagine
fuckable
they're
fish
just
people?
like cold fish. They're not fuckable, they're fish.
You can fuck a
Gross.
fish.
You want to fuck flounder pussy? Of course you would, but I'm just saying, like, for normal people, that's nasty.
Wait, canonically
They're
doesn't
annoying, is my point.
Link want to fuck him? Didn't he? Wasn't his girlfriend in the first one that?
I
Mifa
believe
chick?
in Ocarina of Time, one of the women is a fish woman, and she falls in love with Link and tries to get with him.
I'm pretty sure it's the same in the Breath of the Wild. Like, there's one of the champion riders or whatever. That one of them's a fish
vaguely
lady.
remember that?
Her name's Mifa, I think,
Yeah.
and then like her and Link are like
Yeah,
lovers, I
Mifa's
think.
Grace. That was what she gave you. Yeah, I remember that.
Isn't Mifa the queen of them or something?
Yeah, and
Anyway,
then she
Andrew,
died.
have you still not started the game?
No, I started it.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh, okay.
You
How
come?
far into it are you?
Okay, so
How
to
have
be
you been
fair,
playing?
He
fair,
said, "This is gonna be controversial. I'm taking off my headphones." I don't
to be
wanna hear
fair,
it.
I have only beaten the introductory shrines. I didn't play that much of it, but I basically explored all of that area you started, that entire like sky collection of islands where you
Sky
do all the
Plateau.
introductory shrines, and basically did like all of that. It's good. I think personally my brain is not wired for engineering puzzles. It just never has been. So a lot of the time I end up doing the same thing to solve all of my problems, because I just don't feel like putting an effort in being creative while I'm playing. So I just end up
You just
finding
want to do the quickest.
I just want to get in there and fight shit most of
yeah.
the time, instead of going, I'll construct an elaborate penis robot and jam it at the enemy. Like, I don't feel like doing that.
That's so weird. I would have
the
thought
most
you'd be
fun
the
part,
exact
though.
kind of
Yeah,
person that
same.
would love that. Like, the combat in Zelda games is
Sucks.
certainly not why anyone plays it.
Yeah, and I
No, but
agree.
there's so many- Sorry. Okay, but have you got... Okay, minor spoiler. Have you guys gotten to those shrines that are like... What are
Yeah,
they called? Test of Might or whatever? Where
Yeah.
it takes all of your equipment away?
yeah.
The show of force, whatever they're called. In one of them, they give you little Roomba bots that you can like attach weapons to, and then you can sick them on the enemies. And it just drives towards the enemies like little battle bots. That was the most awesome shrine ever in both games.
But that's not.
That shit is awesome.
I'm also not. Keep in mind, I'm not there yet. Like
I know that's not the like I'm shielding and whatever the fuck and swinging my sword kind of combats, but it made it so much more fun just running them over with your car and unleashing robots on them. That's the fun part to me.
Yeah, and I'm not there yet. I have not reached that part of the game. But let me explain one specific thing. A lot of the time when I'm hopping around this island and going all around, I will just see a difference in elevation. And having played Breath of the Wild extensively, I think, God, I wish I just had the glider. God, I have to fucking build something like a bridge. Yeah. Oh, this is tedious. Ugh. And it's not, I can see where the game is going, and I'm probably really gonna like it. But I think, and I will say this, I think the tutorial is awful because it's exactly the same as Breath of the Wild, but with none of the magic. Like in Breath of the Wild, you come out of the cave.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And the old king is there, and he's like, "Hey man, do you want to sit here by the fire, eat some food? You look tired." And you're like, "Okay." And then he goes, "Hey, so you should probably like go do those shrines if you want to get your power back. I'm just saying, it's up to you." And then you go do the shrines. And I distinctly remember in the first Breath of the Wild, there's a cold mountain. And it's just part of the landscape. And he makes a bunch of suggestions. He's like, well, I think he says if you go in that ruin, you can find some warm clothing to tackle the mountain. And at the time I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to tackle the mountain and abuse like hot food and just fucking tough it out because I want to get through this. And I got to the top of the mountain and he was up there and he said, "Oh, that was really brave of you coming up here without warm clothing. Here, take my coat." And the game gives you a warmed outlet. And I went, wow, what a special moment. The game knew I did it that way and rewarded me. And then you get to the end of the tutorial and he's like, "By the way, I'm the king and I've been dead this whole time and you got to rescue Zelda. Like this whole thing was a test to make sure you're ready, and I think you're ready. Just please, it's my final dying wish. Farewell, Link, I love you." And it was like, wow, that's really magical. And then in the tutorial in this game, you just go out and the guy's like, "You see that shrine over there? Go do it." And it's the exact same thing as the first game. And it's just boring. It's like, I already did this. I wanted something new to start out the adventure. You know what I mean? It even has a mountain on it where you have to eat warm food to get to the top. Yeah, and it's like, I already did this. I'm spending 5 hours on this tutorial, and it's the exact same thing, just with the new mechanics. And that's, the mechanics themselves are fun, but the game design is the same thing, and I'm just kind of bored. I'm really just forcing through the tutorial because I know it's going to get good later. But I don't think it has nearly the same magic as the first game. I don't like the tutorials
either. There's too many like robots teaching you too much stuff and just talking too much. This is what a crystallized charge is. This is what a crystallized battery is. This is where you get batteries to build flubbledy-floobs, and this is what you do and yada yada, and you can't skip any of it.
And I
Some
love
of
the
dialogue
robots
you can skip, but then there's those fucking trap shrines that are basically tutorials where it teaches you in slow text, here's how you take out your sword.
Exactly.
Now take one step forward.
And I love the robots. I think their design is super cool, and I like the aesthetic. Cute, I do. It's neat. And your little guide guy is cool and all that. But there's just some sort of like, there was like a feeling to the first game where it just felt like, wow, this is gonna be fucking cool and magical. But this game, it just feels like, they're just doing the same thing. And I'm enjoying it, but okay, I'll give you another good example. The third shrine at the top of the mountain, right? You can fall off into this little like oasis with water. Now, I later learned that there's a hidden rock wall that you can climb to get back up under a waterfall, but I had no fucking idea how to get back up, and I spent like an hour just going around again trying to find where the fuck I go to get back up to that mountain because I had no idea how I got to there in the first place.
It's discovery.
Yeah, and that was fun, but here's the difference. In the original game, I liked the idea of discovery because it set me up in that way, where the king was always like, oh, you can, like I kept going, oh, where's he going? What's happening with this? Whereas in this game, what's his name? Rauru, right? He's like, oh, go over there and do this thing, and I'll tell you about why I like this place. But then, the discovery became, I distinctly remember I fell off a mountain. After 15 minutes of trying to find how to even get back up, I just said, man, fuck this game. Because I knew I had to loop all the way around the entire fucking cliffside, and I didn't want to do that, so I reloaded an old save.
Or you could have chopped down a bunch of trees and then stacked them up and then climbed the tree.
And that is exactly correct, and that is fine, but to me, that just sounds tedious. I have to go find the trees, I have to chop them all down.
More tedious than running 15 minutes around.
Like a penis.
They're both tedious. Neither of them is not tedious.
Breath of the Wild still had the same thing with climbing. I don't know. This seems very arbitrary to like it in Breath of the Wild and not like it in Tears of the Kingdom when they give you more tools of
because in Breath of the Wild it was novel and new,
like
whereas in this game I know exactly what to expect.
Climbing wasn't novel and new in Breath of the Wild.
Yes, it was. What are you talking about? It was the first Zelda that ever did it like that.
Oh, well, in Zelda, yeah, but not in general. It's just climbing.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about in Zelda. And even then,
I feel like climbing is climbing.
Even then, that strengthens my point, because in that shrine you get the ascend, whatever they're called. I don't know. What's the name of the powers?
I don't know.
Yeah, so you get ascend.
I think it's
where the game is like, by the way, now you can very quickly go up things, and it's like I can see that. I can see what you're doing, game. You are giving me tools as I play, but the gameplay I'm playing to unlock the tools is not fun. It just kind of is. Because I already did it.
I think it would be if you got creative with the mechanics instead of just brute forcing like climbing and running around.
Yeah, and I agree to that. I totally do agree with that. When you get to the part with the minecart and one of them is broken and you have to make it like a trolley that hangs upside down, I thought that was genius. I love that. And it's just how I'm wired.
Yeah, see, that's fun. Like, no, you're right. It takes a while for the game to take off. Like, I'm now several hours in, and I'm still discovering like new little gadgets that allow you to build more stuff. My only complaint is that they don't really give you enough of the gadgets. Like, they have those little bubblegum dispensers where you get them out of if you offer the enemy horns, which I hope is not a spoiler
I already
for
did
Andrew, but it usually just gives me the goddamn cooking pots every fucking time. I have like 40 cooking pots.
I have 40 fans.
Which makes me want to kill myself. They're so useless.
I have 40 fans and maybe two of a couple other things.
Hold on to those fans.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, hold on to those fans. Those are the most useless, the most useful thing in the game.
But to wrap up my point where I was saying in the beginning, this is not like a bad game at all. I will never, ever, ever say it's bad. I don't know why. I've never been wired for engineering puzzles. They've never been my thing. I'm not good at them. It's one place I'm just not creative. So very often, like, the game shows you how to build a raft. And let me tell you, I have solved so many puzzles by just making a raft and running on top of it. Like, I don't know what else to do.
Well, that's the beauty of Zelda, though. You can solve them in any way. That's what everybody on like Twitter is just so excited about, is that you can go into a shrine and solve it any way you want.
Even for your like 2-dimensional brain or whatever, you've probably got like 100 different ways of solving it still. Even with that just single piece
and a lot
of
the shrines, they even give you a lot of material, like all of the gadgets and equipment for you to just solve it. However, like 90% of the shit they give you, that you don't even have to use it to solve the shrine, but I mean, it's just there for you to experiment with and fuck with if you feel like.
And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for when I actually get into it and get later in, and I'm like, whoa, this is fucking cool. But my critique is summarized as this: the introduction is just too paint by numbers compared to Breath of the Wild, and it feels kind of It doesn't get me excited. It just makes me go, all right, I want to get through all this shit so I can play with the good stuff. That's all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just hold on until the fuckable fish people.
Yeah,
and then
there we go.
That's when the game takes off.
Are the fuckable birds still in it?
Yeah, the fuckable rock people.
Let's go. Are the fuckable rock people in it?
What's the fourth one?
Yeah, all the fuckable people.
What's the other?
I was about to say, are the fuckable sand people in it, but that's kind of racist.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh yeah, those.
Honestly, they're the most fuckable too. They're all like hot human women.
Yeah.
We're like, no, we're not going there. They're not fuckable. Only the rocks, the birds, and the fish.
They confuse me. Like, where are all the men in that society for the Gerudos?
I think they explained.
Where are the guys? if I remember correctly, the Gerudos are all women, and Ganondorf was like
Ganon's
the only
one,
man ever born as a Gerudo.
One every 100 years or something.
So how did they reproduce just with that one man?
What the fuck? So he just fertilized like 1,000 of them? Is that how their society is alive?
No, I don't remember, but it has nothing to do with that.
So they have one. They have one man, and he turns into like Hitler, basically. Like he's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
That's not good for the male species.
Well, that sucks.
What doesn't suck though is that I just saw Fast X. My God, what a movie!
Oh yeah, that puppy had teeth. Yeah.
I haven't seen the last 4 Fast Furious movies. Actually, the last one I saw was Hobbs and Shaw, I think, and it was just so fucking boring. I like zoned out hard during Hobbs and Shaw, but this one
I don't understand that franchise.
was a roller coaster.
I think I only ever saw the first 1 or 2 movies. I think Tokyo Drift is when I stopped, and now to see this franchise where it is so weird. Didn't it start out as just like a racing movie or something, and now it's basically a Marvel superhero movie?
The first 2 really were like, hey, it's an edgy crime racing movie. And then the third one was a little different, where it was like, oh, the Tokyo drifting kind of different stuff. But then around the 5th movie, they just said, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? Just do anything. Just fast cars doing stupid shit. That's the movie. And that's what it's been ever since.
In one of the previous movies, they go to fucking space in a car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it in Fast X or was it in a previous one where they're driving at a cliff and they hook a fucking bungee cable into the front of the car and swing it across the cliff?
That was the previous one.
Yeah. I remember
I
that.
also saw a clip where Vin Diesel like stomps the ground, and apparently he's an earthbender now because he causes an earthquake to swallow his enemies.
You don't understand.
What the fuck is happening?
Is that in this one? I don't remember
it was the last movie when he was facing off against Shaw. He goes, you know the thing about street fights, the street always wins, and then he stomps the ground and it cracks beneath Shaw.
That's fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
I need to watch these.
It's very self-aware.
It's everyone's self-aware apart from Vin Diesel. I feel like he's in a entirely different movie. Yeah, he feels like he's delivering Shakespearean dialogue.
Oh no, I agree. I think everyone's in on it except Vin Diesel.
By the way, Jackson, for this anime, I'm gonna recommend that you watch it in the original Japanese, because in Japan, Fast and the Furious is called Wild Speed. Ooh. And Hobbs and Shaw in Japan was called Wild Speed Super Combo.
Damn, that sounds
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
It's fucking badass.
Is it dubbed?
I would assume. That's just a random factoid I know about Fast and Furious, that in Japan their names for the series are fucking crazy.
I gotta imagine Vin Diesel does a Japanese like accent and he's the one doing the dub. It's gotta be.
Like Groot.
Vin Diesel makes apparently so much money from the Groot thing, where all he does is just say "I am Groot."
He says it
80
1,000
different ways, but they all
yeah.
sound the same. Yeah, but I mean, it's all the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
it's basically just it's the same as a Pikachu lady just saying Pikachu in a million different ways, but she's also rich.
I don't want to be mean, but I cannot.
That he got that gig.
I cannot understand. I can understand I am Groot, but I cannot understand a single word that he says most of the time in any movie.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, he's like super hard to understand.
Very gravelly.
I don't understand how. He's like very easy to understand for me because he only says a few things at a time. So he's like, the family's gotta go here to save them.
Yeah, but sometimes he like mumbles really gravelly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard for me to understand. Also, Paul Walker was in this one. How did they do that? Was that just footage from?
It was just Fast 5.
So it wasn't a digital actor?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, they just did a lot of like callbacks. So like they did something that I absolutely despise. So they keep calling back to like Fast 5 and they're like, you remember this scene? Well, it turns out the bad guy was right here. And then they'll turn the camera like a centimeter to the left and he's like right there. They do that like 20 times.
Or like green screening scenes from Fast 5 to have the bad guys in it, basically. Yeah.
You should have seen that Jason Momoa was there the whole time.
Oh, guy, he's standing right behind me, isn't he? Like that kind of scene?
Well, no. Like they'll go back. So they'll go back to like iconic scenes from Fast Five, and then they'll be like, "But then I was in that car that got hit by the vault," and then it shows Jason Momoa behind the wheel getting hit by the vault. So it's just they like take great scenes and then just shoehorn Jason Momoa in there in places that he wasn't and couldn't have been, but make it sound believable, make it seem like it was.
It's such a classic trope.
Because, yeah, it's just very tropey, which is fine in that movie.
Yeah.
Just makes me upset because they did it like 9 times.
Yeah.
They're like, he was right here. And then like 30 minutes later, he's like, and do you remember when the vault hit that one bathroom stall? And then like the door swings open right after. It's like, it was me right next to it.
Do you think
Do you remember when that
Thinking
vault
of
hit
who?
that car next to my father? Well, I was in the passenger seat.
Do you think they'll keep
kind of
doing that
thing.
infinitely? Like they'll introduce another villain and he'll be like, and I was watching it from my helicopter. And then another villain and he's like, and I was watching it on television.
Well, that's the beauty of the franchise. Everyone is always connected. So Vin Diesel goes across the fucking globe to do a street race with Jason Momoa. And he ends up meeting this random girl who turns out... Oh, I don't want to get into spoilers. Who turns out to be someone very important to the Fast family somehow out of
Just
fucking
randomly,
nowhere.
yeah.
Completely random. Like, everyone is connected in the Fast universe somehow.
We're all family.
Yeah,
There
they're
were
all
so many
family.
fucking characters. There was so many characters.
There were so many characters.
So many celebrity cameos as well. Like fucking Pete Davidson
I feel
shows
like
up for one
movies just
scene.
do that now so they can. I think they're just trying to set up spin-offs now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was rewatching John Wick 4 yesterday because the digital edition dropped. And I still cannot think of a reason why like Mr. Nobody and the Asian girl Akira had to be in that movie. Like the movie didn't gain anything from those two characters being in it at all. You could have edited them out and it would still be the same movie, but I assume they're gonna get their own movies now.
Well, Fast and
Which is
Furious
what
already
they
had
just shoehorned
spin-offs.
into the
Yeah,
movies.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
And Tokyo Drift.
I just assume there's
Well,
gonna
no,
be more
Tokyo
now.
Drift was the official third one, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was mainline.
Yeah,
Oh, was that mainline? I thought that was a spin-off.
Yeah.
Nope, that was mainline. That's Fast and Furious 3.
yeah.
A little fun thing that I read, and I don't know if it's true, but I like to believe it is, Vin Diesel appears as a cameo at the very end of that movie where he's like, let's ride. And he only did that because they offered him a lot of money, and he took it to finance the next Riddick movie. Which I think is hype.
Oh, I read that too. I actually remember an interview where he said, yeah, I don't really feel like doing more Fast and Furious movies. I wish I could do more Riddick.
Oh, that poor
and
man.
I felt sad because I
Look
agree.
where we are now.
Riddick is a much more interesting franchise and fun character.
Riddick is cool, yeah. I thought that whole franchise was cool.
Riddick is fucking cool, even though they went really balls out with Riddick.
When's the
2.
last time we got a proproperty from Riddick? It must have been many years ago.
2013.
It was 2013.
Wow, 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was the reboot. First there was Pitch Black, then came Riddick: The Chronicles of Riddick, or whatever
Escape
they called
from
it, which
Butcher
was basically
Bay,
Star
right?
Wars.
Yeah.
It was so over the top.
Escape from Butcher Bay
It was
is
so
a
grandiose.
Yeah, that's a game.
Yeah, that was
That was
a
a
game,
good game.
which I think followed the Chronicles of Riddick. That was a good game, yeah, surprisingly. But in Chronicles of Riddick, he basically fights off this intergalactic Hitler force that is just going around murdering entire solar systems, and he single-handedly becomes their emperor. And then in Riddick 3, they had to kind of walk that back and calm down a little, where, okay, I'm not a king anymore, I'm gonna go down to some planet and back to my roots. I'm just gonna be a primal animal hunter now.
Gonna drive fast
It
cars.
was fun, but
But before we get to a really silly topic, hang on. Everyone shut up and get super quiet super quick. Before we get to another topic, I have a very, very important one. It's called SeatGeek because they are sponsoring today's video. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events every single day at SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. You know, I'll tell you guys something. I'm a big fan of the musician Devin Townsend. He's a bald, beautiful bastard screaming some fucking metal. And you can buy his tickets on SeatGeek, which is actually what I did. Because, you know, I can't say who, but the competitors in this market might not be people I'm big fans of. Oh, you all know the horror stories of buying tickets to events online, but SeatGeek is going to save you that trouble. They're going to rate each ticket on a scale from 1 to 10 for you. If you see a green dot, it means it's a good choice, a good seat, a good thing to buy. They also are going to aggregate all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure that you can compare and get the best price. And you know I will come through for you guys using my code official for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. So if you find an event that's $21 tickets, my God, you're basically getting in for free. $20 off your first purchase with promo code official. Make sure you click the link in the description as well to download the app. But that's $20 with code official off at SeatGeek. And when you're in your seat, you'll probably say, oh shit, I left the oven on. Let me call my beautiful wife that I have at home and speak to her and tell her to turn the oven on. Oh no, I don't have reception. I don't have any phone signal in this concert venue. Why didn't I use Mint Mobile? That's what you'll cry, and you'll feel stupid because you're not taking advantage of Mint Mobile, who will offer premium wireless at only $15 a month. And there's no catch either. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless online-only service, meaning they're going to cut out all the retail stores, all the other overhead, and pass the savings directly on to you. Mint Mobile is a pretty swanky good deal, by the way. I can tell that the signal is consistent and the call quality is super nice. And every one of these ads, you all know me. You out there know me. I love the meta. I love the commentary. Every one of these ads, I want to talk about competitors. I can't. That's not allowed. But they're way better than certain big name phone companies who I'm sure you all out there have your specific problems with because every fucking business we get is just trying to upend an entire business that's built on bullshit. And I appreciate Mint Mobile for that. They've got plans that come with unlimited talk and text and high-speed data delivered through the nation's largest 5G network. Families start at just 2 lines, meaning you will get some good rates needing only 2 people. And you can also use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your phone number and contacts. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get it shipped, the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/official. That's mintmobile.com/official. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/official. And finally, normally Charlie is the one who's going to take this, but I want him to stay quiet as a mouse, and let me do it. I'm going to talk about Adam&Eve. They are a ginormous, huge, lovely, extravagant, exponential adult toy seller with everything from A to Z in terms of what you can fit in your orifice. They have you covered what you got down below downstairs, whether you want to use stuff with other people, it doesn't matter. You can go as extravagant or as conspicuous as you would like with Adam&Eve. And for right now, no matter what style of grandiose filling machine you want to pick up, you can use code DEFENSE to get 50% off of any one item and free shipping in the US and Canada. Now, some exclusions are going to apply, and pay close attention to the fact that this is code DEFENSE and not code official, but you're going to get 50% off of any one item and free shipping in the US and Canada, so why would you not remember this very important point? Let's be fucking modern people for a second here. Let's drop the conservative bullshit, folks. People have sex and fuck and use their genitals and spray fluids in and on each other. It's normal. You're normal. Order something from Adam&Eve and continue to be normal. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in it. If anyone makes fun of your big new dildo, just say, hey, I got a cool dildo, and you have a shit personality. So there you go. Code DEFENSE, 50% off any one item and free shipping in the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply. I'm going to highly recommend it, and I won't give you details on why. Oh wow! I'm looking up the Riddick stuff, and the Vin Diesel story is true, but it's actually a lot more than that. He made a cameo in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift in exchange for the rights and ownership to the Riddick franchise and character.
They held it hostage unless he acted in Fast and Furious.
They gave him the whole fucking property for a
What kind of
cameo.
exchange is
Jesus
this?
Christ.
Give you your son back as well.
It's like a hostage exchange.
Oh my
Come
God.
alone, no cops.
You want to see your precious Riddick again?
Apparently they're making a fourth Riddick. Yeah, it was announced.
Shit,
It was
okay, I'm down.
announced 2019. They had a script done, and in May 2022, Vin Diesel posted on Instagram that said that they have moved into storyboarding and pre-production. So maybe
Maybe that's what the last 7 Fast and Furious movies have been
old is
for.
he
Maybe
now?
now he's
just
finally
paying it
able to-
off. The immense debt Vin Diesel's racking
Just the
up. behind the scenes.
storyboards.
Vin Diesel may have grossed billions for Warner Brothers, but he's spending near trillions on getting Riddick off the ground.
It's all that Groot money.
Why didn't he swap the rights for Riddick for Fast and Furious? He'd be so wealthy right now.
Why
instead
did
of
he
losing
play
all that
Groot?
money.
Why did he play Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy when he could have played Riddick? It's the same setting as
does- he
Space
basi-
Prison.
It's the same character.
Because it's easy money. Would you not play Groot? You literally have to show up like 5 minutes a day to some studio to say one line. and you get paid
They're
millions
like the
of
same
bucks.
character.
They could have done
I would
that
take
though
that
with
gig.
Riddick. He could have just in every scene been like, "I'm Riddick." It would have been fine.
I am
People
Riddick.
would have liked it.
I'd probably still watch.
If you guys, if you need a hook,
I guess I'm excited, but
he's
how
like-
old is he now?
Probably like 50.
He's 55. I already looked it up like yesterday.
Yeah, I mean he looks good for 55. Oh, there's so many shots in this movie. It made me and my girlfriend and the friend that I went to see it with laugh so hard because every single like establishing shot of Vin Diesel is from the back, and he's wearing like this wife beater tank top thing, like this jacket, and he's standing. His pose is so weird. It's just like his arms are out. They're all oiled up and muscly, and you just see him from the back first with like dramatic lighting, and then he looks over his shoulder. He does it about 6 times throughout the entire movie. He looks over his shoulder, and then we get to see him.
Isn't he also one of those actors who has a clause in all of his contracts that say he at all times must look cool and also
I don't
can
think it's
never lose a
possible
fight?
for him not to look cool. Well, he loses. He loses fights.
I mean, okay, fair enough, but does he? I swear to God, I read somewhere that he has a clause that forbids him from losing fights. Didn't the other actor also do that shit in Shazam or something? What's his face? The bald guy.
Oh, you're talking about The
black guy.
Rock.
The Rock. Yeah. Didn't he like fuck up a movie or something because he just refused to be the bad guy?
oh, Black Adam.
Yeah, well,
Wasn't that Black Adam?
he ruined Black Adam. He ruined the entire
Yeah.
Shazam franchise. Yeah. I don't think it was because he couldn't lose a fight. I think it was just because he absolutely refused for it to be like a villain in Shazam.
That's such a weird hang up. Do you guys think that actually makes a difference to like an actor's career
No,
if he plays a
not
bad
at all.
character?
Also, one before we venture off of Fast and Furious, I do want to say in Fast 10, I absolutely couldn't stop giggling every time a character would make like a complete flip-flop out of nowhere. It was unrelenting. A character would say something and then immediately just go against it in the next scene every single time. And I also so for Ludacris and I can never even remember the other guy's name, but the one they always joke back and forth, and then they're eventually like fighting in the they're eventually fighting at Pete Davidson's locker or like his little store, and then he's like, all right, enough of this, I beat you in the fight. And he's like, no you didn't. And then the next scene they're like, listen bro, you're like a great leader, like you were actually such a great leader.
They're hugging out. The entire arc was so annoying. The movie just like stopped every time it swapped to them, all those side characters. I just wanted to keep watching Vin Diesel and Jason Momoa. That's it.
Oh, and you know, another thing that really grinded my gears is Jason Momoa, pretty much all of his plans don't go at all according to how he wanted them to, but he's always like, exactly as I
just
drew
as
it
I
up,
planned, yeah.
as
Like the
I
fucking
intended.
end. How could you have possibly predicted that them getting to that point? Like it all hinged on you losing at that exact moment on the highway.
Like every single one of his plans does not go at all close to what he wanted, except for like one or two maybe. Like he gets hit by a fucking helicopter and he's like, dumb, I'm so glad you hit me with that helicopter, like I knew you would.
This movie sounds amazing.
He sounds like
amazing.
fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah, and the main antagonist is basically Joker.
It is. It's Joker,
I hate
basically.
saying that, but he's the Joker. He does the Joker laugh.
He does.
It was so entertaining.
Oh, have you guys seen The
Yeah,
Pope's
I did.
Exorcist yet? Any of you? Yeah, you did. I watched it too. It was kind of funny because it was basically just The Exorcist again, pretty much a straight ripoff, but it just kept making me giggle because it's just
Russell Crowe, yeah.
Was it Russell Crowe, the actor? He just takes this young dweeb father under his wing, who apparently just became a minister in the church or something without ever having read the Bible. So he keeps teaching him the Bible, essentially, and telling him, okay, here's how you pray. So when we're conducting the exorcism, if she calls you a retard, don't react and don't get angry and don't punch the small child that we're trying to exorcise. And the opening scene is him daring a little demon to jump out of a person and into a pig. And the way he does it is basically like he would talk to a child, like, I bet you can't. I dare you. You can't do it.
Wait, that's great.
That's okay. Don't let Kaya mislead you. I saw it opening night with Aaron, and we were like, "Man, that was like actually just super fucking stinky, but not in a really fun way." Like there is stinky fun moments. Like they even set up a whole Men in Black universe for exorcists, which is cool, I guess. But overall, half of the movie is just spent with Russell Crowe being like, "Oh man, that's a powerful demon," and then he's like going through like his guilt, where like a lady was possessed and showing him her titties. And he was like, she's not really possessed. She's just going through a mental health episode. And then she killed herself in front of him. He's like, damn, I maybe should have helped with her mental health struggles. Yeah.
Was he too focused on the titties?
That is literally the plot. Like, so the two main characters, Russell Crowe and his mentee, they both have their sins that they just cannot get over. Russell Crowe's thing is, yeah, he watched a woman die because he refused to basically exorcise a mentally ill woman. And he just said, go to a doctor, you idiot.
Wait, mentally ill people can still be possessed by demons as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was sloppy research.
Hey, well, hold on.
But
Before you continue,
Charlie,
there's someone slandering me in the chat.
What was the young
I
guy
just said
thing?
don't let Kaya mislead you into thinking that it's a fun, bad movie, that it's mainly just a stupid stinker. I stand by that. That movie is pretty much a nothing experience. Now go on.
It's okay to have on the side like I did. I was gonna ask, like, what was the young guy's hang up again? He had like premarital
He
sex.
had an affair with a woman at the church.
Did Russell Crowe know about this?
There was this big thing is he had sex without being married, and for some reason this was the big taboo secret that he was hiding from everyone, like he's a fucking pedophile on the run from the government. And the demon knew about this, so the demon kept bringing it up that he fucked the
demon's
woman.
blackmailing
Well, for
him?
a priest, wouldn't that be a
And this
bad
really
thing?
messed with his brain.
Yeah, it is. It's not good.
Okay, yes, but I mean, is that the dirtiest thing you can dig up on this priest if you're a demon?
Well, the demon is basically
sex?
just like an actual heckler at a stand-up comedy thing. Like the demon doesn't do anything. The demon actually does absolutely fucking nothing, and he's super weird because it's a kid. So like, there's a mom and a sister, and the mom's like trying to comfort the kid at some point because he's being all possessed and shit. And then he like grabs the mom's titty, and he's like, "When do I get to have milky time, mama?"
Yeah.
Charlie, the whole movie's bad. This
Yeah.
movie sounds amazing.
This is great.
No, it's not. It like we're only highlighting
Stop
like,
making
the
it sound great.
That scene actually made me laugh.
We're
I
only
remember
highlighting the goofy moments, but 90% of this movie is Russell Crowe just being like, "Well, that demon's kind of strong."
You're saying Ghost Boy Milky's mum. That sounds
that. That
great.
scene made me laugh. It's like- okay, the movie again. Have you guys seen The Exorcist, the original one from like
Very long time
1978
ago,
or some
but yeah.
shit? The really old one. Well, you know how the demon is, like Charlie says, he's basically just a Redditor asshole 4chan basement dweller who just screams slurs at all the characters. Just, you're a fucking bleep bleep bleep. Come fuck me, Jesus. Come fuck me in my asshole. Fuck me, mommy. It's just a reading of that. The little kid just keeps grabbing his mom's tit like, I want milkies. Feed your baby, you bitch. Fuck me, Jesus.
What's
And
the
just
plot
keeps
twist?
going and going and going.
What's
while
the plot
Russell
twist? There was
Crowe's
no
brain-
demon, and it was just a bad kid.
No, the plot twist is actually that it's a demon from like back in the Spanish conquest era or something fucking stupid.
This sounds so cool.
It turns out there's a whole burial for like Spanish conquistadors underneath
Yeah, it was
the
a
house.
Spanish
You're
pirate
selling
wanting
me
to
on this
slap
movie,
titties.
Charlie. I'm just gonna
I'm
say.
not trying to though. Like these are just the
Oh
good.
yeah, they find like an ancient.
These are just the good parts, but like I said, it is not the.
They found like a
Yeah,
dungeon
it is
under
not the
house.
majority of the film, but I will say
Yeah.
the demon heckling. Kaya just reminded me one of the scenes where he's talking to Russell Crowe. He's like, "What do you want with this? What do you want here, demon?" And he says, "I want you to come. I want to make you come." I forgot about that
Demon's
part.
so horny.
Yeah.
It is. It's just heckling. He just keeps saying like, "Come here and fuck this child. Fuck him. Come in my mouth," and it just keeps going
He's
and
like, "I
going.
want to make you feel.
That's all
I
the
want to
demon
make you
says.
feel
It's just
regret when you come."
the demon is just an
Yeah.
asshole.
This sounds like a 10 out of 10 film.
Oh yeah. He kept saying the demon kept talking about how he's going to like fuck Russell Crowe in his asshole and make him come and feel really, really good, and he's going to make Russell Crowe feel shame as he's coming, like
This
gushing
sounds like a
cum.
porno.
And this is supposed to be
From
like
anal
a
sex
horror
with
movie?
Satan.
This sounds amazing. This sounds perfect.
It's not. It's not amazing. It's fucking terrible.
Sounds like a
these are
porn.
just the. These are actually just like the goofy moments of it. It is not the majority of the film. It is. I swear to you, it is not.
Oh.
It is so fucking boring outside of these things.
But
It is
you
just
guys
the
have
most
said so
tropey
many
cliche
entertaining
ever.
Well,
parts.
some parts aren't uncomfortable.
I said you guys have said so many entertaining parts. It feels like if it was the sum of all of its parts, that this would be
Yeah,
entertaining.
it's hard to go along with what you're saying when you guys go, "Oh,
think
this
you can
movie
laugh
was
at it with
boring
your
and not
friends
great,"
at
but then
some
here's
point.
reason 78 why it's amazing. You know,
It is important to note like
It's not as amazing. It just
Yeah.
has funny parts. Like again, if you want to experience this, just go watch the original Exorcist. It's the same thing, except kind of just
Yeah,
kind
and
of just
also,
better.
the same exact thing. Where just
these are just a couple of scenes. Like everything we're talking about is actually probably like only 4 or 5 scenes in the whole movie. It's not the majority of it by any means.
yeah, there's boring parts where like Russell Crowe and his young boyfriend, they like hold hands and they pray together to absolve themselves of their sins, and I think they like forgive each other or something. I forget what happens, but basically the young guy gets forgiven for having sex outside of marriage, and then Russell Crowe gets forgiven for not being a fucking psychiatrist and saving a woman's life. And then they go back in and save the kid or something.
Well, if they
I
can just
forget,
forgive each other,
honestly,
there's
but-
like no stakes to forgiveness, right?
I know.
He also speaks like he
There was
just
no
like
stakes.
puts words in God's mouth. So like Russell Crowe doesn't even seem to really like forgiving people. So he's like, "Okay, tell me your sins." And then as he's starting, he's like, "All right, we don't have time for this. You're forgiven for everything." And then he's like, "Let's go."
Do they still do
I mean-
Exorcist in real life currently?
I don't think so. Well, according to the movie, you have to have permission from the Vatican or something to conduct an exorcism, and if you don't, it's like
Yeah.
illegal. Or you have to have an exorcism permit to conduct it, but apparently they don't do that anymore.
I wonder why they stopped.
Which might not be true. I just heard that from the movie.
Has there been a rise in demonic possession since they've outlawed the act of that? People going around?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they still do demonic possession. They fucking still lock you up in like mental institutions in places like Saudi Arabia if you're gay, so I would assume so. They probably pad the numbers.
I've just never heard of a genuine real life story of like an exorcism and someone saying that they've been possessed.
Are you
Are
serious?
you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Well, Charlie and I
Give me
had the
one.
exact same reaction at the exact same time.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Well, like, I can understand what Jackson is saying. Like a public case where a woman is admitting to have been possessed
I'm
by a
sure.
demon.
I'm sure there's been like
because everybody
Reddit
dismisses
posts
them.
or
There's
whatever,
tons
but,
and
like,
tons of videos
Yeah,
and
a
stories,
lot.
Jackson, of
Tons.
people
but
who go in.
people dismiss that the same way they dismiss people who claim to have been abducted by aliens and have their assholes played with.
Yeah. You've never seen
Just
the
go, oh, yeah,
videos?
okay,
they
whatever,
they
nut
record
job.
them and put them on fucking YouTube and the internet, Jackson, where popes.
I've seen Paranormal Activity, but I
No,
haven't
but
seen
like
any,
priests, they go around and they're like, this woman's possessed by a demon, and the woman does, I don't know, demonly shit, whatever. Then they do their little thing, and they're like, oh, she's cured. Look, I feel better. And it's all bullshit.
I've never seen videos of actual like priests doing exorcisms. That's my point.
That's wild to me. That those are very popular. I used to watch those all the time. Yeah, I used to watch them actually all the time.
It's all just bullshit, like play acting shit, you know.
Well, I've definitely seen like I've definitely seen like
that.
the like the mega church stuff where like there's a woman in a wheelchair and then the priest or whatever does some hand movements. And then she starts to
similar concept.
I've seen those.
He does like a Hadouken and half the audience falls down.
Oh, I love those.
Love that shit.
I love those so much. Where he takes off his coat and he waves it like a fan, and they all just plummet.
Yeah.
Oh, those get me every single time.
So according to AI, yes, the Roman Catholic Church still performed exorcisms under very specific circumstances. According to the church's protocol, exorcisms are not to be conducted casually or without due care. The person suspected of being possessed must undergo thorough medical and psychiatric evaluations to rule out any mental or physical illness.
Oh,
they learned from Russell Crowe's mistakes.
No, I'm really happy to see that. I'm glad they're not just saying, yeah, you can sign up and have the church send a guy and give us publicity. I'm really happy that they're advocating actual healthcare first.
Yeah, okay, so from what I'm reading, you actually have to go to a doctor first.
And then the doctor has to say, yeah, you're possessed.
There's a demon in there, all right.
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's how the movie went, the Exorcism, the Exorcist, where the doctor basically says, yeah, I mean, we can give your daughter Ritalin and Xanax, but if that doesn't cure it, I guess it's a demon.
Can you imagine living in the world where that's an actual prescription? All right, so you've either got hepatitis or a demon. And we're going to prescribe you this medication and an exorcist.
Yeah, imagine the fucking semester at med school on demonology.
AIDS or Satan, 101.
If the demon says he wants you to come and feel good, don't have sex with it. No matter how tempting it may be.
Okay, now you... All right.
Charlie just exorcised the demon.
Now.
Yeah. Do you guys wish demons were real?
No.
Like at least one, so you could beat it.
No.
I don't know. If they say like "come in my ass" and shit, that'd be fun.
Jackson, have you ever seen Doom?
I could say that to you right now, Jackson. Why is it better if a demon says that? What the fuck? That's just overall worse. That means
because
there's a hell.
It would be funny to have like a satanic force saying that to you, like, "Oh no, you got me. I'm so unsettled right now." Oh, ooh. It's like. You know how like 14-year-old Redditors will become Satanists, quote unquote, and they worship Satan, but it's really just an edgy thing they do?
Yeah.
A phase. Like, oh, that's cute. You're Satan, are you? You're a demon. You want to fuck me in my ass and make me come? I mean, I don't know how you would not laugh if you were an actual priest conducting an exorcism like that.
It'd be silly.
And it means there's a real demon in a real hell somewhere. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like, that's awful.
It'd be silly and it'd make me horny and it'd make me laugh. But, I mean, like, go watch fucking, I don't know, Doom Eternal or any demon thing ever. Like, Demons on Earth is the worst fucking thing ever. It just ruins everything.
Well, to be fair, these are different demons. They've got enough free time to go around possessing people, talking about coming in asses. That's not an evil dude. That's someone bored.
Yeah,
no, being in hell mustn't be that bad.
It is, and it's...
I'd still say no, because you wouldn't want to be possessed.
And the common theme was always that these demons, for some reason, they are coy. And they are trying to hide their names and their intentions. For some reason, the Exorcist is always trying to find out, what is your name? Why are you possessing this person? And the demon just goes, I'm not telling you. No, stop asking. I'm not telling you my name. Go away. I'm Satan. It just keeps going. I don't know. It doesn't seem that scary to me.
It's not scary, but it's still not good. Like, I wouldn't want to be possessed by a demon. It's just not being in control of your own actions.
The demons in Doom are completely different, right? They're like an alien species, aren't they? From a different dimension.
Yeah, basically. And also, okay, to Andrew's point, it would be kind of embarrassing if you like grabbed your mom's boobs and asked for milkies. But
the demon's gonna do everything in his power. Imagine if, let's say, a demon possessed Charlie and just made a video with his body saying every racial slur in the book. Like, that's it. The demon just ruined his career over nothing.
I'm gonna make you come.
Yeah. Like, I don't think he'd want that.
On the same note, that's a pretty good excuse, right? Valid excuse.
But yeah, would people
who's gonna believe that?
him.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
no,
fucked.
wait. We're operating in a world where demons exist. Like
We are
already-
operating in a world right now where people think demons exist.
Yes.
And still
No,
no
but-
one would believe
No,
it.
but we're talking about a hypothetical
if
situation
Charlie
where
made that
demons
video,
exist. That's
do you really think he could say, "Oh, I was possessed"?
No,
it wasn't me.
No, not right now. Not right now, obviously. But like we were talking about a hypothetical situation where, like, I asked if demons exist, would you be fine with that or whatever? So we were in that.
And then you have
of demons do
pandemonium,
exist.
and then you have no consequences for anything
Yeah,
ever
but you can
because
make
all
those
of
videos
humanity.
and then say demons did it.
Yeah,
Like,
if
that's
that world
the
exists,
trade-off.
Jackson, you can do anything and then say, "Oh, I was possessed. I didn't mean to do it."
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and that's where the
terrible.
Vatican
Ban
comes
you.
in. That's where
Jackson, this
Vatican
is
comes
like-
in. They'd come and check if it was a valid video posted by a demon.
And
or
then
not.
every other person on Earth has to become a priest because everyone's going to claim there's demons, and it's going to be a non-stop fucking effort by the human race.
Well,
Also, Jackson,
so
he would still
the
get
church
banned.
industry
Have
will
I-
grow then. That's good.
Jackson, have I ever sent you those video compilations of Twitch streamers losing their shit and starting to scream because the chat used the N-word somewhere? Because apparently Twitch will ban you for the use of the N-word, even if it was against your will and not intended by you.
Oh,
So if
right. Like someone in chat does it.
accidentally, like... Yeah, if somebody in chat finds some way for, like, ASCII art to write out a slur, or one of the videos I saw was somebody opened a birthday gift card and it just sang the N-word and he just starts screaming because he knows he's about to get banned for it. That's like the same concept. Even if it's not their fault, they're gonna get banned for it. It's fucking stupid, but yeah, he would get banned for demonic possession, unfortunately, Charlie. So drink your holy water.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'll have to get my Peter Popoff water.
Go call Russell Crowe right now and ask if he's available for
Oh,
exorcism.
I'm hoping they do more Pope's exorcism movies. I think that'd be good.
Here's a hypothetical for you guys.
I'd like to
Alright,
see
so
a franchise.
I asked if you'd be fine with demons existing, and it was a resounding no. Surprisingly, I can't believe it. But here's my new hypothetical: would you be okay with demons existing in this world if it also meant that God was real and heaven was real and angels were real at the same time?
Sure.
Yeah.
why not?
Depending.
I
Well,
wouldn't have
even
anything
though
against
the
demons, I
demon
think-
could come along and possess you and make you say the N word in your videos, Charlie.
Yeah, well,
That's a giant risk.
But God, I mean, God would know that it was a demon. I don't think God would be watching the video and be like, "My
Yeah.
God, Charlie,
God's not
this
the
is
one
ridiculous."
canceling you.
And also, if in this universe
Well,
you
hang
knew
on a
all of
minute.
that, everyone would become a hardcore Christian and have protection. Like if I had
Or
full on confirmed proof of God and traditional heaven and all that, I'd be a devout religious person. Just straight up. There you go.
Yeah, but there's still the chance that you'll get possessed by a demon.
That's not my fault.
I don't know about me. I think God could part the heaven, like the clouds, literally, and show his face, and I'd think that that's like a drone hologram.
Yeah, it's a projection.
CIA is
It's the
behind this or
demons.
something, I don't
The
know.
demons have a projector.
I don't buy this.
I just imagine it like a person looking into a fish tank where a giant face comes out of the sky and stares at Kaya directly on.
Yeah, like, I am real. Like, oh, yeah, whatever, buddy.
Yeah,
Fuck your
Chinese
FBI.
drone again.
It's got
Weather
the
balloon.
voice of Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
By the way,
God.
I am God.
God.
By the way, Charlie, you might get your wish on a Pope's Exorcist cinematic universe. The budget for that movie was $18 million. It has grossed over
Damn.
$70 million.
No shot, really.
So it
Nice.
made about 4 times its budget, which is huge.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
good. I'm down for more. He's
Even though I think the
basically
movie
like
sucked.
the Vatican's John Wick.
Is it the type of movie that would be a resounding success with old people?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because they're afraid of
So
that
it's
shit.
another plane situation.
Well, they're also probably
yeah, that-
nostalgic for The Exorcist.
They're probably fucking nostalgic for
Probably.
Russell Crowe. He
That
hasn't been
too.
in shit for like 25 years.
Also, was he in that plane movie, Charlie? Was that him?
No, it was Gerard Butler.
Gerard
What do you mean?
Butler. I
They do
confused
kind
the
of-
two of them. They
yeah,
look
I
super
kinda get
similar.
the
They
same
do look
vibe.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both washed up as well. It fits.
Man, I forgot the Pope was in that movie too, but not like our real Pope, but just some old dude.
Wait, the
Who
Pope
was
was in
also
Pope's
the,
Exorcist? No way.
I know. He just plays a boss character to Russell Crowe, and he gets sick for some reason because Russell Crowe refused to admit his sins. Man, I forgot about that whole arc. He just
Oh,
gets
wait.
sick for no fucking reason at the other end of the planet.
So is Russell Crowe like the SEAL Team 6 of Exorcist? Is he like the top dog?
Yeah.
He's like, no, he's the cop that has his badge taken away, but he operates outside of the rules, and he just causes too much damage in his wake as he's exercising.
Loose cannon.
So the
sanctioned.
Pope team they actually do call him into the police headquarters in the Vatican, the church, where they go, "You shot a pig in the head. I can't believe your reckless ways. We need to give us your gun and badge. No more exorcisms for you." And he says, "Okay, fine, whatever."
Did they make him hand in his cross?
This sounds, man. This sounds like it could be an amazing action movie. Imagine if he had like bullets engraved with crosses and like holy water grenades, and that's how he kills them.
There was a movie. It's called Constantine. It was a great fucking movie, and I'm sad they never made another one.
Yes, you're right. But imagine if you have the exact same movie we have now, where you have the main top dog exorcist, and the Pope is like, "You need to hand in your badge and your gun," and he's like, "But I have to kill Nosferatu." And the rest of the movie is like, he operates while being chased down by the Vatican's secret police because they're trying to stop his loose cannon cop rampage. But he's just going around killing vampires and ghosts and demons and like werewolves and shit all movie. That'd be fucking awesome.
God, and then the plot twist is he was possessed the entire time and he was killing innocent people.
Yeah. I love that. Because he didn't get a proper mental health evaluation as recommended by the church.
Yeah, and also he grabbed a titty once or something.
Yeah, and he got fucked in the ass so hard he came and liked it. It broke his brain. Sounds awesome.
Oh, he made the full ahego face and everything.
He put up 2 peace signs.
Oh. Okay, what else happened this week? Anybody got a topic?
Well, to continue on with this trend, it's been was it the 1 year anniversary? No. How long has it been? 5 years, I'm going to say, since the Dark Universe failed.
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Very sad.
With the Mummy reboot with
Tom Cruise.
What's his face? Tom Cruise, yeah, thank you.
So, wait, wasn't Russell Crowe also lined up for that universe?
Yes.
Yeah, he was Jekyll and Hyde.
As well as Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they had a bunch of big names.
I thought you meant he played Johnny Depp in the Dark Universe.
Yeah, May 22nd, 2017 was the start of their launch of the Dark Universe.
So what was included?
Nowhere.
What was included in the Dark Universe?
The Mummy remake, The Invisible Man, Jekyll and Hyde. I don't remember the rest.
Someone in chat saying It Part 2.
It and It Part 2? They're not part of the Dark Universe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Fuck it.
But the Invisible Man didn't come out, right? No films other than.
What is fuck? The Invisible Man was a very successful movie.
Oh, okay, right.
Here I found it.
Yeah.
I found it. Here are the 5 movies that were going to be part of the Dark Universe, and only 2 of them have come out: The Mummy remake, The Invisible Man. The other 3 are Renfield.
That came out.
It's unreleased.
Nope, I literally watched it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, is that the Nick Cage one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This wiki hasn't been updated then. Oh, you're right. You are totally right. Sorry, Renfield. And then the 2 that are actually not released are The Invisible Woman, which is weird because you just had The Invisible Man, and finally The Wolfman.
Yeah, those 2 did not come out.
So the Dark Universe isn't dead then? They're still making them.
There's no tie-in, so like Renfield has nothing to do with the Dark Universe. Yeah,
well, I'm sure the Invisible Man and the Invisible Woman are connected.
So there's also a listing here. There's a listing of projects they want to tackle and are developing, but are not confirmed to be filming or movies or anything. But it's like typical stuff for this: Bride of Frankenstein, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, Van Helsing, and then the last one, Charlie, you might be interested in, The Scorpion King.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my God,
So who knows? They might remake The Scorpion King.
I've noticed a giant shift in the general perception of actors, specifically with The Rock. People have started hating The Rock.
They have, yeah. You're right.
It's about time.
Yeah, I don't like The Rock either.
I think he was.
So
okay
what
in-
specifically about him do they hate?
Well, I don't even know if hate's the right word, but they very accurately have said he's been in all of these massive movies, these incredible catalog of films, yet has legitimately no legacy whatsoever as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
He just plays extremely forgettable roles. Every role is exactly the same as the last. He's never once showcased anything special on the big screen other than being big, tough action man. And then they always float
That's
that picture of
true.
him in 4 separate movies, but the exact same wardrobe in the jungle.
Yep.
Like it's very true. He has absolutely no acting legacy. When I think of The Rock, I think his best movie is literally The Rundown from like 2004. Like that's what I think of when I think The Rock.
When I think of The
his
Rock, I think his
best movie
best
is-
acting was him as a wrestler in the ring.
Oh, he was so good in
He
the
was an
ring. We're talking
extremely good
movies.
wrestler, both in character
I think
and as a
it's-
wrestler.
His best character was Moana, where he sings "You're Welcome," and that was it.
He's a good voice actor. He's a very good voice actor.
Yeah.
The Rock is kind of an enigma where you can see the pieces are all there. He's tall, he's strong, he's handsome, he's charismatic, he's got the ability to perform, but he's just never lined up to be an outstanding role in anything or do
but he
anything movie-wise
wasn't he
that
also the-
matters.
Wasn't he also the highest paid actor at some point?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Good number of
That's
years.
insane.
He might still be.
Even for like Jason Statham, who's the exact same person basically, just generic muscle man, tough guy, baldy action hero.
I like Jason
going-
Statham way more than The
I
Rock.
love
though.
Jason
I know,
Everybody
that's
does.
what,
I think
that's
he's
what I was
fucking
going to
awesome.
say. At least for Jason Statham, you can still think of roles that he's been in, like the Transporter franchise.
Oh,
he was great in
so
those.
Yep.
good.
Also, Crank 1
Well,
and 2.
I can think of roles that The Rock is in. They just all blur.
Thank you.
That's the issue. Like they're all
Crank
the
1
same.
and 2 are
Oh my
fucking amazing
They
movies.
were
I loved them so
fun.
much.
I can't believe they never made a Crank 3. That was such a
should've.
fucking delirious movie franchise that they just, for some reason, they just stopped making them. That was great. I need to rewatch
They quit
those.
before they got bad.
I guess, yeah. He had some bangers,
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely more than The Rock.
Well, Statham's just more fun to watch, I think.
He is. Have you guys
Statham
seen that
also
tweet?
is go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, you go.
So Statham also, in my opinion, just looks tougher. Like The Rock looks like a strong guy, but he also just looks goofy. Like he's like a lovable giant. Whereas Statham, I want you to imagine Jason Statham, not an actor, but just standing in the corner of a club in a suit with his hands like
Yeah.
folded in front of him. You would not fuck with him. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
feel like
Like an
get
anime
shanked.
protagonist.
I looked up his story last night. So he actually started as like a model for a bunch of different companies, but then he was also a legitimate black market dealer. And then Guy Ritchie
Of what?
cast him for a small role in one of his movies because he learned about his like black market dealings and he was like, this could be a good fit. And that's how he got his start. So this guy was like actually just a tough guy.
I'm
like, in the
surprised
real
you.
world.
I'm surprised you also
was he
didn't
doing?
mention that he was a world-class athlete because he was an Olympic
Oh, yeah, diving
diver. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what was he dealing, Charlie? Like,
I don't know.
guns,
They didn't
drugs?
get into the specifics, but he
Cars.
had a small stint as like black market dealings. It didn't say
Black
exactly
market
what those.
salesman is what the Wikipedia says.
Have you guys seen that tweet? I saw a really viral tweet that had thousands of likes where it's Jason Statham and I think his wife, who's a supermodel, looking
Yeah,
at
his
him
wife.
with total love in her eyes, just completely enamored with him. And the tweet just said, "Nothing more needs to be said," or something like that, or "This is all you need." And I don't know what the point was. That you just need to be like good looking and a millionaire and can get good looking
Yeah.
women.
But that's it. It's because he's bald. It's like, look,
Yeah, I guess
even
so.
this bald guy can get pussy. Because
Yeah, I guess.
he's an
Well,
actor
he's
or
not-
whatever.
Yeah, he's one of those very few bald guys who actually pull it off and they look cool.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's very few, actually. I would argue most bald guys, when you get bald, you're faced with a choice. You either get jacked or find some other way of compensating
Well,
for
wait,
the
it's not like
baldness.
it's not like he's jacked though. He's not like super jacked.
What?
He
Wait,
was a world
he's
class
fit.
athlete,
What?
Jackson.
Yeah, he's fit. I'm not saying he's, but when I think of like jacked, I think of The Rock. He's not like The Rock. He's
Are you
No.
insane?
Jack, are you insane? Have you not seen him in the Transporter movies? He is very jacked.
I'm just gonna-
he can
Yeah.
do the human
I'm actually
flag.
just rewatching
Okay.
the Transporter trailers. In the very first scene here, just look at his physique, like at 30 seconds. Like
Yeah.
he's
Also,
Ja-
definitely.
I'm looking at it
Danny,
now. Yeah.
Danny, if you're listening when you're editing this, play a montage of Jason Statham shirtless to make Jackson feel bad on screen right now.
Yeah, I know. I can say it. I can say it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is jacked. It's just like different to like.
well, he's
The Rock.
also short, so maybe that's where your perspective is
Yeah,
like
maybe.
perverted. I don't know. Like he's not a tall guy.
He's got a lot of muscle on him, but he's not like big.
Oh,
I
he's
guess.
in he's in
Not like-
fantastic shape. He's not like absurdly
Yeah.
wrestler big, but he is definitely muscular and strong and large.
Yeah, he's got abs. He's got
Yeah.
giant titties. You know?
Yeah, no, he looks fantastic.
Giant titties.
He's got penis lines and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd
be
fuck 'em.
ripped, be rich, be very famous, and that's how you get a supermodel to look at you with love in her eyes, I guess. That's all it takes, guys. Even if you're bald.
To be fair though, he's a model as well. Like he does have a pretty attractive face, even just like if you like cover
Yes,
up
he
the rest
does.
of
He
his
looks
body.
good.
It's like pretty symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
What
why he is as
what
famous as he is.
argument are we having right now?
Are we all just
There's no
agreeing
argument. We're just
in an
complimenting
argumentative
Jason
circle?
Statham.
Okay, I was just curious. Where it
No,
was
the
going.
argument is just people going, oh, look at even Jason Statham, even though he's bald, he can get pussy. It's like, yeah, no shit, he's good looking. And
He's
rich.
Jason Statham.
obviously.
He's Jason. He's everything. He's rich. He's good looking. He's charismatic. He's fucking everything. Of course,
He's
Jason
got a really
Statham's
cool
gonna
voice,
find
too.
a woman.
His voice
Yeah.
is always so cool. It's like this whispery tone to it. Like
Yeah, with the accent.
Yeah, I'm the transporter.
I don't think he ever says
Fucked up
that.
my
in the movie.
ride.
that was his catchphrase.
That was
He's
his
like,
opening line. Yeah.
You're gonna need the transporter for this job.
I love his fucking voice. I love everything about him. He's so good.
he's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I love
He's
Jason
fun.
Statham.
All of the action heroes kind of have cool voices, like Vin Diesel, Jason Statham,
Vin
Rambo.
Diesel does not have a cool voice.
Maybe that's
Yes, he
why.
does. What the
No, he
voice.
doesn't.
It's
Maybe
cool
that's why
enough.
people are
His
hating
voice.
The Rock now, because he doesn't ever have a cool voice. He's always like, "Okay, guys, come on, hey, it's The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Be
on,
careful.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a big bicep. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
everyone, come on, hey, listen, you can, if you believe in yourself, you can do it. It's The Rock. Just telling you that straight to your face. Like that's
But he
not
doesn't
cool.
have a cool voice like the others. But again, he's like he's an actual voice actor as well, though.
Yeah.
He's good at voice acting.
He like
is.
good all around. He's not incredible, but he's good at nearly everything he does and is in. It just doesn't click. He has not had a single role where everyone's like,
People
"Holy
last year
shit, this
loved
is
him.
The
Though.
Rock."
I feel like this shift in rock mentality has changed just in the last year.
It's been the last couple
Yeah.
years, but Black Adam was the straw that broke the camel's back. He really
True,
did a
yeah.
number to that whole franchise.
You know what's weird is that he just didn't go for a Marvel movie. He went with DC. Like Black Adam is DC, right?
Yep, that's
He
DC.
went with the knockoff superhero movies. I don't know why.
Whoa,
Totally.
damn!
Well, what?
Holy shit!
He's not even wrong. He's not wrong at all.
In terms of movies, no, he's not.
Yeah, in terms of movies, DC
Yeah.
is very not on the money.
Oh, have you guys seen the screenings for The Flash? The
everyone's
Flash-
going
they're
crazy
terrible.
for it.
Yeah, people
What?
love it.
I've only
Apparently.
seen negative things.
What?
What? Where have you seen any negative things? I've actually
On,
only
like,
seen
Twitter.
positive things.
I've only seen negative things. We need to.
I also heard.
Are
I
you,
heard
now,
the
are
same
you
thing
are
as
you only
Jackson.
looking
I
at
heard
people
that-
complaining?
No, I also heard that test audiences for The Flash just hated it, and it was terrible.
Yeah,
Even
saying
compared
it's
to
like
sure
the
you're
worst
not
DC
thinking
movie.
movies?
No,
Are
oh my
you-
god, wait, you guys are absolutely misremembering. That's Aquaman 2. There was a whole
No,
press
what?
release about how bad
Oh, you're
Aquaman 2
right.
was
No,
at
no,
test
no, no.
screenings. Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson.
Aquaman 2.
Jackson,
I-
I think
no,
you're
I
reading
just saw
about
this
people.
yesterday.
I think you're reading about people who hate Ezra Miller and are complaining about the movie's release with
I know
him
I
in it.
read. There were like two
Link it.
different tweets that I saw on my feed from people from the test screening with like pictures of the
If
test
you-
screen saying
just
that
gonna-
it fucking sucked.
I'm gonna just drop a ton of stuff here because every test screening they've done so far has been legitimately nothing but glowing reviews. Stephen King even came out and said, "I don't like superhero movies, but The Flash is actually good."
Stephen
It has
King is
been
mentally ill.
nothing.
Rivaled the Dark Knight trilogy.
He's possessed.
That is
The
a
point
bold
is, like, the
claim
test-
for
I've seen-
superhero people.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I have actually heard nothing but good things about this movie somehow, which I'm fully expecting to dislike it. So I don't know where you're seeing it.
The only things I saw were people like saying it was bad and like the
Where?
worst DC movie.
So when is this
like,
movie
I'm actually
coming
trying to
out?
find
We've
it.
been talking about this fucking Flash movie for
Next
years
month.
now. Okay, it's
Jackson,
actually
I
releasing.
month.
think what's happening with you is you're developing this thing where you go on Twitter and you see one or two comments and you say that's how everyone feels.
Well, I didn't say that's how everyone feels. I just said that. I saw
That's
a
all you
couple.
see.
You said you've seen nothing but negative reviews
Yeah.
for it.
Well, yeah, but that's all I've seen. I didn't see any positive ones.
I can't even, like, someone linked
mean, it
one
is the
tweet
Flash.
here that's not very big about it being not good, but I
wasn't even following. I wasn't following the guy, so
can't even find anything negative about it.
And it was a popular tweet.
Ah, a popular
I don't know.
tweet. That means a lot.
No, that means it was honest. It was a fact at that point.
True.
I
Put it on
did go see.
Wikipedia.
I did go to the Flash subreddit last night after I saw the tweet because I wanted to see what they were thinking.
Flash
And there were
subreddit.
people saying, yeah, just wait. There were people saying like it was an incredible movie there, but I was like, okay, well these are the Flash fans, so of course they're gonna say it was incredible. These are the
Imagine having a
guys-
subreddit for the fucking Flash, the lamest character ever.
What are you talking about?
The Flash is fucking cool.
So fucking cool.
No.
I'd really like to see what you
No.
found, Jackson, like legitimately, because I can't
Yeah,
find
I'll
anything
find out
negative.
later.
The
I'll find out
Flash is
later.
so cool. He's like the limit of creative superpower writing. He can do anything out of bullshit. He's the best.
He's a knockoff Speedy Gonzalez. He's
Are
basically
you
just
fucking
Sheldon in a red
stupid?
suit. Yes,
What are you talking
but I'm still right.
about?
Speedy Gonzalez is a name I haven't heard in a long time.
No. Oh man. How long has it been since he was one of the first characters to be canceled, wasn't he?
Speedy Gonzalez?
Yeah, didn't he get canceled and
remember.
removed a long time ago?
Legitimately don't
Before.
remember.
Yeah, he got pulled in 2002
Jeez, what the fuck did he do then? Talk
for
about
being
9/11?
Mexican. I'm not
so
kidding.
he's Mexican and he's fast. That was
Yeah,
offensive
so,
to someone?
people-
That's offensive.
Speedy Gonzalez was one of the first examples of cancel culture. He's apparently, according to the League of United Latin American Citizens.
So it's like a
Oh wait,
super
sorry,
villain.
no, they campaigned to
Association.
keep him on. Sorry, that was the other group.
Oh, they were the good guys.
They were the good
right?
guys. They were the guys who were like, no, he's a cultural icon, keep him on the show. But there was a huge outcry that says that Speedy Gonzalez is an ethnic stereotype and should be off the air. And they took him off the air for a long time because of that.
Mexicans aren't
Damn
known
you,
for running
cancel culture.
fast. That's so fucking dumb. Whatever.
Yeah, take that, Mexicans. By the way, Kaya, just so I can make sure that I'm factually accurate and you're dumb, The Flash came out in 1940. Speedy Gonzalez premiered in 1953.
Okay, fine.
suck
you
my
win.
dick. Yeah. Yeah, take that.
I still
You'll
don't think
never
he's
beat
cool.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
not like
he's
it's an
cool.
original concept guy that runs super fast.
He's so cool. Charlie, you're with me on this.
I think he's cool. I
I
think he's
love the
great.
Flash.
He can move so fast that he vibrates and can just walk
Yep.
through anything he wants. It's fucking
Vibrates
cool.
the molecules in his body so he can pass through solid matter. And also, at one point, he outran death. He was going to die, and he ran so fast that death could not catch up. So
What
he
a
didn't
pussy!
die.
He runs from things. He's stand and fight. His attacker is just running from things.
All right, fair. That's a good critique. He just runs from his problems.
He's gonna face him
I
soon.
bet that's gonna
think
be
the
a
Flash
line
is
in the
cool.
movie. You're always running away from things, Ezra. That's gonna be in the movie watch. They're gonna
It's a
have an
fucking
Uncle
line
Ben
in the
knockoff.
trailer. it's already there.
Oh, I didn't watch the trailer. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Wait, Kai, I love your
Ezra
logic
is
string.
still on the run, right?
Kai,
Is
I
Ezra
love
still
your
on the
logic
run?
string. No, it's not in the trailer. And then 2 seconds later, I didn't watch the trailer.
What? No, Charlie said it's in the trailer.
I said that.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, because he was like, I bet in the movie he's going to be like, you're always running from your problems. And then it just said like, yeah, that's literally in the trailer pretty much.
I misheard. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so predictable.
The CGI in the trailer looked awful. I can't see how the movie
The
ends up
DC movies
good.
all have
It would
awful
have to have
CGI.
a hell of a script.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's so annoying.
I still remember their knockoff Avengers movie where they were all together and they had the awful green screen where Aquaman was like floating a couple of inches off the floor and everything.
The fucking Justice League movie, man.
the
I
Justice
wanted to
League,
like
thank
it
you.
so bad. Yeah, I wanted to like it so bad. It just no. Nah. I think the remake's good though. The Zack Snyder one. I like that one a lot.
That was good. I like that one too.
And I mean, we talked about it a few episodes ago. I think Peacemaker fucking nailed it. I think that show is actually fantastic. They just need to do more like
I've heard
that.
good things about Peacemaker.
It's excellent. It is really excellent. It doesn't feel like a paint by numbers Marvel or DC production. It feels like its own show. And I think it nails it. It's just really good. Yeah.
Yep. I think it's gonna be bad, but I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's good. They need to win. Although no, fuck that. It's got Ezra Miller in it. I can't believe this movie's releasing still. Isn't he a wanted criminal?
Well, they waited for the heat to die down. That's why they delayed this movie for so fucking long. Everyone's forgotten now. Nobody even knows where Ezra is. So they're just gonna drop it, I guess. Where is Ezra?
Do we know if he's still on the run? Is he?
I don't know.
Or is he chilling?
Where in the world is Ezra San Diego? Nobody knows. Didn't he get charged at some point? I don't know if he actually ever came in to get arrested.
I thought so. In Hawaii for like assault, right?
A lot of things. Didn't he also run a compound with like women and their babies where he was growing weed?
Yeah, something like that.
He's a wacky guy. He gets up to shenanigans. You can't hold him back. Come on.
Yeah, you can't blame him. He's a young guy doing what young guys do.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's wrap.
Aren't you forgetting
What?
something, Jackson? Jackson,
Am I?
you shit naked. Apparently some people shit while they're squatting. Forgot about this whole debacle.
Did we find out?
Oh, that's right. The squatters.
Yes, we
Did we
do.
find out people shit while they squat?
Alright, I have a few voicemails. Don't worry, they're not too long, but this first guy is calling out Charlie.
All right, I'm going to make this real short, real simple, real sweet. 30 seconds. Charlie, you might be the most unflexible motherfucker on earth if you don't think somebody can squat over a toilet. It's literally you put 2 feet on the toilet, you squat over it, and you shit. I personally don't do it. I knew a couple people who have done it, and it is possible. All you have to do is squat. It's possible. Stop being ignorant. Goodbye. I love you.
We weren't saying it wasn't possible, right?
It's just that it's not comfortable and no one would want to do that.
Yeah,
but
it's
also,
just
that's
stupid.
extremely difficult regardless. The toilet seat is loosely fastened. Like, it would absolutely
Oh, it shouldn't
not be an easy
Also,
squat
it's
either.
not the
shouldn't
most
be
grippy
loosely
surface
fastened.
on the planet. It's not the most grippy surface out there. So if your foot slips, you're in for a horrendous fucking time.
And also, in order to even get the angle correct, you'd have to go to a full, like
leg spread, yeah.
yeah, it'd have to be like a full deep squat. And
Yeah,
then
but
you'd hold it there for the whole shit.
Okay, but you don't have to hold it, and that's a resting position. If you're in a deep squat, as to grass, as they call it, sometimes. In a lot of parts
It
of
just
the world,
sounds super
that's how people
uncomfortable.
just sit. Yeah, but in a lot of parts of the world, that's how people literally just wait for the bus. They sit like that because they don't have like 9-to-5 desk jobs. Like
Yeah,
in
but
the
they're
Western world.
they're not perched on like a
Yeah,
little
they're not
bowl.
standing on anything. Anyone can do that on the
On a
ground.
flat
It's
floor.
having to do that on the toilet seat and hold yourself up because you can't like rest your ass on the ground or anything. It's floating above the toilet bowl.
And then you have to exert yourself as
You're
well
not
when you
no, you're not
shit.
supposed to rest your ass on the ground, even if you're just standing on solid ground. But people can't squat
just saying
down
that
that
is
much
an
and
option.
relax. Well, yeah, okay, but I mean, that's not what a squat is. That's just sitting. That's called sitting on the ground. Your ass is resting. I'm saying
that's true, I guess.
like the resting squat position, a lot of people, for them, that is comfortable. And I guess a lot of people do shit like that. We got a lot of voicemails of people. We actually got like 180 voicemails. I was sending Jackson screenshots. And a lot of people who do shit squatting. And this guy said, okay, here's an example of a guy who explains it. It's a cultural thing.
Hi, I've been listening to your voice for a while now. My dad actually is a squat shitter. He does that. It's a big thing in China.
It's a big thing in China, apparently. And that was a very
Well,
quick
the
voicemail.
thing we
Thank
were
you.
saying is that the example we used was like Japanese toilets where it is a squat shit. But that's on the ground. It's not you're standing on a bowl. You're not perched up on something, which changes the whole dynamic.
I totally get it when it's just that hole in the ground and then you squat over the hole. That
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
a Western
Like, when it's
toilet
an
is
actual-
not
isn't-
built for squatting in.
No, it's not.
It's
obviously.
literally not built
for
for it.
Yeah, it's literally built for sitting, but it's also not supposed to have a really loose toilet seat.
Yeah,
You need to fasten that if it's very loose. This
Well, it doesn't matter how tightly it's fastened. It still is. It's supposed to be movable, so it's not going to be super tight no matter what.
It's also for your butt cheeks, not for your feet.
Well, apparently somebody had a meeting about this.
Hello, podcast. I am not a squatter. However, at my job, we consistently found footprints on top of the seat where your cheeks would go. It was a daily occurrence. We had to have a meeting about it.
Jesus Christ.
to catch them. All right.
Would he leave his work boots on and just hop up there?
Well, you'd have to, right? Like, I doubt they take their shoes
Oh,
off
that's
for
so
it if you're squatting.
unsanitary.
That's so
It's
yucky.
disgusting.
Fuck.
Well, for the person who comes after you, yeah.
Yeah, that's so rude.
It is rude, definitely. But
Yeah.
also, if you're shitting in public, you should just expect that it is shitty anyway. Like, dirty.
Although, why would you, you shouldn't, he
It's
should
not
have
really
worn his
public.
boots
It's
as well.
his job.
And who would want
Now when-
to stand on a public toilet? Like, that sounds awful.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
Who would want their ass cheeks touching a public toilet? I'd rather the bottom of my shoes touch it. What do you mean? Than my naked butt.
You shouldn't have worn his shoes
yeah.
because when the crime scene investigators come out and check for like footprints or whatever, they'll be able to
CSI
correctly
toilet
determine who was wearing the
investigators.
shoes.
You should monogram the bottom of your shoes so when you stand on the toilet, it leaves your name on it.
It's just your initials, yeah.
That's a
Recognize my
really interesting
Yeezys.
thing. Someone in
Yeah.
that's very interesting because in order to shit in public like that with shoes on, that means he had to take his pants fully off over his shoes,
and then put his
keep
shoes back on.
Yeah, put his shoes back on, and then squat and shit. Then
Yeah,
take his
wait a
shoes
minute.
off, put his pants back on, and put his shoes back on.
That's a good point. Your story doesn't add up,
Yeah.
Mr. We had a meeting about footprints. Wait a minute. Unless they were literally bare footprints, in which case, how dirty are your feet to leave footprints?
Or
Yeah, you'd have to have really dirty stompers.
Or they
for
were
Or
that.
dip
wearing
them in the toilet
shorts.
first. It's like dipping in ink.
Or they could
You
have been
gotta
wearing
put it in the toilet
shorts that they
first.
could have easily swapped off.
I guess, but you
Depending on the
still
job.
restrict your feet from spreading enough to squat over the toilet, I feel like.
Wait, you think he's got those fucking like tear off pants, like the ones that you just yank off?
Maybe he is
Maybe.
sitting on the toilet, but he's bringing his knees in to like stretch them and resting them on the toilet.
Oh,
That I
like sitting
could see.
cross-legged.
Yeah, that I could see.
Mhm. Yeah, he's pulling them up like a knees to chest exercise, but while shitting.
This guy explains it
Yeah.
a little bit about getting your footing.
I'm someone who is shit standing on the toilet seat in the squatting position. I've had to take some shits in some pretty rancid toilets before, and you just don't want to put your ass on the seat, and there's nothing that you can use to like protect it. Yeah, it's tricky to get the footing right. But yeah, it kind of feels like a normal squat shit, but you just have to make sure that you're not about to fall and bust your ass in the worst porta-john in the world. Anyway.
So I think that's fair.
But why stand on
If-
the seat? You
yeah,
can still
if-
just hover.
If you're at that point, just widen your legs around the toilet and squat over the toilet. Don't
just
squat
hover.
on the toilet.
Well, I guess if like the entire perimeter around the toilet is like shit, like on the floor.
No, I think I'll make
Maybe.
the argument.
So
if
then it
you're-
won't be on the toilet? Standing on the seat's going to be cleaner than the floor?
Again, if you're
I
one of
don't know.
those people from one of those cultures where squatting down deep in a resting position, that is going to be more comfortable for you than a hovering squat where you have to actively keep your like quads engaged. Just like a static squat, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we had a lot
Not
of...
more difficult than balancing on a toilet seat squatting, I don't think.
I don't see it.
Okay, one of us has to try this.
It's not going to be me. I already know the second I try this, it'll cause a catastrophic injury.
Well, apparently you will kill yourself. It can't be that difficult. I don't know. Anyway, we got a lot more support for Jackson shitting naked. Charlie, you got some support for saying that shitting naked is insane. I'll play just one more voicemail, and I'm not going to spoil this. I just want to see if you guys remember this, because somebody from years ago called in to retract a statement.
4 years ago, I called in and I made a request for you guys to bathe in milk. I just want to acknowledge that in those 4 or so years I've grown as a person. I wanted to retract that statement. Thank you.
Too late.
Pussy.
You can't take it back. You gotta live by that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
4 years isn't enough time to return.
Now. You were in the tail. You were in the beginning of high school. You made those calls. Thought it was so funny. Now you're in college and you're like, oh, what the fuck was I doing?
I can't believe I did that.
Oh, Jesus!
I'm so embarrassed.
What a callback
him
though!
up at night?
4 years.
Yeah,
I distinctly do remember that too.
None of us have.
Yeah, it's not so impressive when you have to tell the woman at your college that you told that story, is it?
Now he has to let everyone know that he's the bathe in milk guy.
Yeah. Comes back to bite you, doesn't it?
Yeah, stand behind your statement that you made at 14 years old.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
No, own it. Just own it. Be like, look, they were wild times. I did a lot of drugs. I was the bathe in milk guy. It's over now. That's it. That was my legacy. You have more of a legacy than The Rock. Be proud of it.
More of an iconic role. All right. We can wrap.
All right. Yeah, that's it for this week's episode, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you want more episodes and more content, we've got a Patreon over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Bonus episodes and episodes of Podophiles are up there, so you get something new each week in addition to early episodes of the official podcast. Other than that, we just appreciate you guys listening, so thank you a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.